Hong Kong CNN. While China increased its efforts to play a role in establishing a ceasefire, China welcomed officials from Arab and Muslim-majority countries on Monday with the negotiations that increase the Israeli-Hamas conflict. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt, Palestinian National Authority, Indonesia, and President of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Capital on Monday met. The visit Beijing described it as an opportunity to protect the current Palestinian-Israeli conflict and solve the Palestinian issue in a fair way. The meeting comes although Gulf states that Gulf state Qatar was mediating after weeks negotiations between United States, Israel and the militant group to ensure release of some hostages. Hamas, Beijing and Washington, Israel's ally and a great power broker in the region for a long time, contradicting the approaches to conflict. In particular, Beijing criticized Israel's retaliation and called Hamas or named Hamas in its statements and spinted the reaction from the Israeli officials. According to the Israeli Defense Forces, Israel launched wings and gravity for weeks at Gaza enclave, ruled by Hamas after a deadly attack by the group on their territory on October 7. China is trying to play an active role in finding a solution to the conflict because it tries expand its position as a great global power. Beijing sent peace ambassador for a multi-country tour of region last month, and immediately acted as strong voice for ceasefire in United Nations, including Security Council, which China's return presidency. Last week, UN organ accepted its first decision immediately release all hostages held by Hamas and to immediately release expanded humanitarian corridors protect civilians throughout enclave. China Ambassador Zhang Jun said, for reasons known by everyone, permanent prevention of a permanent member of the Council can serve as the first step based on minimum consensus. China's pressure for peace. The conflict also gave China opportunity position its self-important voice support the ties that have already strengthened with a series of countries in Arab world and position itself as important voice form independent Palestine that is seen independent Palestine. It is expected to discuss how a peace process will be revived among Chinese and guest officials in Beijing on Monday and Tuesday. According to the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, China's special ambassador Zhai Jun for the region was a key issue during a 10-day tour visiting Egypt, Qatar, UAE, Saudi Arabia and Jordan. Last week, ambassador met with authorities in Turkey, Bahrain. Zhai also discussed a regional situation with representatives of U.S. European representatives, including an international conference. This week, the visit authorities in Beijing include Palestinian Foreign Minister Riyad al-Maliki, the West Bank-based Palestinian National Authority. At beginning this month, China sent President Department Wes.